Dear learners, these days we are on the detailed study of different parts of speech. Today we shall learn about the adjectives. An adjective is a part of a sentence that modifies or describes a noun or a pronoun. It normally indicates quality, size, shape, duration, feelings, contents, and more about a noun or pronoun. Sometimes it modifies other adjectives as well. It provides relevant information about the noun or pronoun they modify or describe by answering the questions what kind, how many, which one, how much, etc. Let us see some examples. It is very tasty food. What kind of food? I have 6 pens in my hands. How many pens? He bought a red car. Which car? Ravil earns more money than Ravi does. How much money? Different grammarians classify adjectives in different manners. Compiling all of them together, I have come to a conclusion to categorize the adjective in this manner. Adjectives are of two types: descriptive adjectives and limiting adjectives. Descriptive adjectives are again divided into two parts: attributive adjectives and predicative adjectives. Limiting adjectives are further divided into 5: determiners, color adjectives, material adjectives, proper adjectives, and nouns as adjectives. Determiners are divided into 8 parts: articles, possessive adjectives, indefinite adjectives, distributive adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, cardinal adjectives, and ordinal adjectives. Let us learn about each division in detail. Descriptive adjectives. The descriptive adjectives are commonly used to describe a noun or a pronoun. Descriptive adjectives are of two types: attributive adjectives and predicative adjectives. Attributive adjectives are also known as adjectives of quality. They are generally placed just before the noun that they modify. However, sometimes it is placed after the noun also. Let us see some examples. This girl has presented a beautiful performance. Here, the adjective beautiful modifies the noun performance and it is placed just before the noun. Read this sentence. The chatter made the room noisy. Here, the adjective noisy modifies the noun room and it is placed after the noun. Attributive adjectives talk about specific traits, qualities, or features. In other words, they are used to discuss attributes. There are different kinds of attributive adjectives. Adjectives of observation. The qualities such as real, perfect, best, interesting, beautiful, cheap, etc. are examples of adjectives of observation. They indicate the value or talk about qualitative measures. Let us apply them in sentences. You haven't heard the real story. He always likes perfect finishing. We have brought the best idea for you. Revati composed an interesting song. My garden is filled with beautiful flowers. My friend always selects cheap items. In these sentences, the adjective real modifies the noun story, perfect modifies finishing, best modifies idea, interesting modifies song, beautiful modifies flowers, and cheap modifies items. Adjective of size and shape. Size and shape adjectives talk about measurable nouns and objective qualities, including specific physical properties of nouns. Some examples include small, large, round, poor, wealthy, slow, etc. Let us have these adjectives in sentences. She is a small girl that can't climb that ladder. Bring me a large scale to measure it. The carpenter made a round table for us. The poor children are more exploited. The lockdown did not affect wealthy people. The slow vehicles should go through the first track. Here, the adjectives small, large, round, poor, wealthy, and slow modify the nouns girl, scale, table, children, people, and vehicles respectively. Adjective of age. Age adjectives denote specific ages in numbers as well as general ages such as old, young, new, elder, etc. For example, we should take care of old people. Young children are attracted to social media. He never thinks about new ideas. Rakesh is elder to me in 2 years. Here, the adjectives old, young, new, and elder modify the nouns people, children, ideas, and Rakesh respectively. Now, let us discuss predicative adjectives. Predicative adjectives are the same adjectives of attributes, but their placements are different. They appear after the noun followed by a linking verb. They play the role of predicate of the linking verb. They modify the subject of a sentence or clause. Let us know them by observing these examples. Children grow older every day. Here, older is the objective that modifies the noun children and plays the role of the predicate of the verb grow. The baby remains happy during her bath. Here, happy is the adjective that modifies the noun baby and stands as the predicate of the verb remains. The corona is widespread. Mount Everest looks amazing. Widespread is the adjective of corona and plays the role of the predicate of the verb is. Everest is the noun and its adjective is amazing and holds the position of predicate. He seems afraid of the dog. His assignment is found difficult for him. My neighbors are Japanese. Her costume is strange. Traffic becomes congested after office time. The road trip became horrifying. The adjectives afraid, difficult, Japanese, strange, congested, and horrifying are modifying the nouns or pronoun he, assignment, neighbors, costume, traffic, and trip. They are the predicates of the verbs seems, found, are, is, becomes, and became, respectively. The next topic is degrees of comparison. All the descriptive adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison add beauty and varieties to the sentences. They are used when we compare one person or one thing with another. There are 3 degrees of comparison in English: positive, comparative, and superlative. Let us see all of them one by one. Positive degree. When we speak about only one person or thing, we use the positive degree. Examples: this house is big. In this sentence, we talk about only one noun, this house. He is a tall student. This flower is beautiful. He is an intelligent boy. Each sentence mentioned above talks about only one noun. Comparative degree. When we compare two persons or things with each other, we use both a positive degree and a comparative degree. Look at these sentences. This house is bigger than that one. It's a comparative degree. That house is not as big as this one. It is in positive degree. The term bigger is a comparative version of the adjective big. Both of these sentences convey the same meaning. This flower is more beautiful than that. Comparative degree. That flower is not as beautiful as this one. It is in positive degree. The term more beautiful is a comparative version of the adjective beautiful. Both of these sentences convey the same meaning. When we compare more than two persons or things with each other, we use all the three degrees: positive, comparative, and superlative. Studying these sentences will help you to understand it well. My honey is the sweetest one among these. It's in superlative degree. My honey is sweeter than any other honey exhibited here. It's in comparative degree. No other honey in this group is as sweet as mine. It's in positive degree. Sweetest and sweeter are the superlative and comparative degrees of the adjective sweet, respectively. All the three sentences convey the same meaning. Let us see another set of sentences. Ishan is the most intelligent in this class. It's in superlative degree. Ishan is more intelligent than any other boys in this class. It's in comparative degree. No other boy in this class is as intelligent as Ishan. It's in positive degree. The term most intelligent is a superlative version and more intelligent is the comparative version of the adjective intelligent. All of these sentences convey the same meaning. It is compulsory to have the conjunction than after each comparative degree when we compare two things. For example, my ribbon is longer than yours. It is compulsory to have the definite article, the, just before a superlative degree. Example, my ribbon is the longest one in this group. If a descriptive adjective has one or two syllables, you can turn it into comparative and superlative forms by adding er and est. For example, you can say that a song is loud, louder, or the loudest. Let us see some more examples. Hard, harder, hardest. Big, bigger, biggest. Tall, taller, tallest. Long, longer, longest. Costly, costlier, costliest. Simple, simpler, simplest. Descriptive adjectives with three or more syllables don't use the er or est endings. For example, the word beautiful can't be turned into beautifuler or beautifulest. Those are not words. Instead, you add the conjunctions more and the most before it to turn it into a comparative or superlative degree. The adjective beautiful have the comparative and superlative in this manner. Beautiful, more beautiful, the most beautiful. Let us see some more examples. Effective, more effective, most effective. Enjoyable, more enjoyable, most enjoyable. Useful, more useful, most useful. Different, more different, most different. Honest, more honest, most honest. Qualified, more qualified, most qualified. There are some exceptions to these rules forming irregular adjectives. For example, good only has one syllable, but it turns into better and best. These are some of them. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least. far, farther, farthest, far, further, furthest. Let us see now what limiting adjectives are. The adjectives that limit the nouns from being described are known as limiting adjectives. The following determiners are the main limiting adjectives: articles, possessive adjectives, indefinite adjectives, distributive adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, cardinal adjectives, and ordinal adjectives. Scholars of English language have different opinions about clutching determiners with adjectives. Both of them are modifying a noun in a sentence. So, I am in opinion to take determiners under the category of adjectives. However, both are different in nature. Let us learn their differences. A determiner, as suggested by the word itself, can be understood as a word that determines a noun or a noun phrase. It precedes a noun in the sentence and is indicative of the scope of the noun. Whereas, an adjective describes a noun by providing some information about it. Look at this chart and let us examine the comparative study of adjectives and determiners. 1. An adjective can be used both attributively and predicatively. For example, this is a sharp knife. Here, sharp is the adjective of the noun knife and used as attributively. This knife is sharp. Here, sharp is the adjective of knife and used as a predicate of the verb is. Whereas, a determiner is never placed after a noun. It cannot be predicate of a verb. For example, this knife is sharp. Here, this is a determiner that acts as an adjective of knife placed before it. There is no chance of bringing it after the noun. Secondly, adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative. For example, good, better, best, different, more different, most different, sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Whereas determiners have no such degrees of comparison. For example, this, any, my, the, some, etc. are determiners acting as adjectives. They cannot have the degrees of comparison. The third difference is that an adjective can be removed from the sentence. A sentence can have complete sense without an adjective, whereas you can't remove a determiner from a sentence. It will be incomplete without a proper determiner. An adjective gives additional information of a noun or a noun phrase. A determiner determines a noun and it indicates something about the noun. For example, I have a small pen. Here, small is the adjective of the noun pen. It modifies the noun and gives some additional information about what kind of the pen is. Even if you remove small, it doesn't affect the sense of the sentence. You can say, I have a pen. Here, A is a determiner. You cannot say, I have pen. It is incomplete without an article. A determiner is inevitable. The meaning will be complete only when we say, I have a pen. The fourth difference is that a noun can have more than one adjective in a sentence, but a noun can have only one determiner in a sentence. For example, she is a smart, pretty, beautiful girl. In this sentence, the noun girl has 3 adjectives: smart, pretty, and beautiful. All these adjectives add the attributes of the noun girl. Look at this sentence. That girl asked me one question. Here, that and one are the determiners of the nouns girl and question respectively. You cannot add any other determiner such as article like a, possessive like her, indefinite like any, cardinal like one, or ordinal like first with these determiners. At a time, Only one determiner determines or points something about the noun. Finally, there are many adjectives in English language, whereas the number of determiners are very limited and few. Now, let us discuss determiners one by one. Articles. An article is a word used before a noun that indicates whether or not an entity is specified one. There are three articles: a, an, and the. A and an are known as indefinite articles, and the is known as definite article. A and an denotes one. The is used to describe a specific noun. A and an are used to refer to a single and unspecified entity. A is used with nouns that start with a consonant sound and an with a vowel sound. The learners may note here that it is not the vowel letter or consonant letter, but the sound of the first letter that decides which article is to be added. Let us see one example. Mr. Mahesh Rajput is an MLC. Mr. Mahesh Rajput is a member of Legislative Council. In both sentences, the nouns MLC and member start with the letter M. But in the first sentence, the first letter of the noun MLC has a vowel sound M. Hence, it has the article an as the determiner. Whereas, in the second sentence, the noun member starts with a consonant sound may. Hence, the article a is added as the determiner. Let us see another example. He has an idea. It is a unique idea. Here, in the first sentence, the noun idea starts with a vowel sound E. Hence, it has an as the determiner. In the second sentence, the noun unique is started with a consonant sound U. Hence, it has a as the determiner. The articles a and an are used only with singular countable nouns. They cannot be used with plural nouns and uncountable nouns. The definite article, the, limits the meaning of a noun to one particular or specific thing. For example, your friend may ask you, "Are you going to the party this weekend?" The definite article tells you that your friend is referring to a specific party that both of you know about. The definite article can be used with singular, plural, or uncountable nouns. The is used before the names of rivers, oceans, and seas such as the Ganga, the Indian Ocean, etc. It points on the items of a globe such as the equator, the North Pole, etc. It is used with geographical areas such as the Middle East, the West, etc. The is used with deserts, forests, gulfs, and peninsulas such as the Sahara, the Persian Gulf, the Black Forest, the Southern Peninsula, etc. Some people think that there is a rule of pronunciation for the as the or the. There is not any such rule as yet. However, it is a trend to use the with a noun that has the first letter with a vowel sound and the with a consonant sound. For example, the umbrella, the university, the organization, the one-eyed man. Let us see what possessive adjectives are. The possessive pronouns my, our, your, his, her, its, their are determiners and they act as possessive adjectives. These possessives are always followed by nouns. For example, this is my pen. Here, my is the determiner and it acts as the adjective of the noun pen. Our country is situated in the northern hemisphere. Here, the possessive determiner R acts as the adjective of the noun country. You mind your business. Here, the determiner your is the adjective of business. He brought his tiffin. Here, his is the determiner and acts as the adjective of tiffin. We want her father to come. Here, her is the possessive determiner and plays the role of the adjective of the noun father. The people want its reply. Here, its is the possessive determiner, which is also known as the adjective of reply. Let them play their role. Here, role is the noun and its adjective is there, which is also known as the possessive determiner. The next topic of determiners is demonstrative adjectives. In the last episode, we already have learned what the demonstrative pronouns are. We have seen that there are 4 demonstrative pronouns: this, that, these, those. These words are known as pronouns when it takes the place of a noun in the position of the subject or object in a sentence. But they act as the adjectives when they modify a noun. The demonstrative determiners are always followed by a noun. Let us compare them in the following examples. Pronoun. This is the book I wanted. These are the animals that need food. Why don't you talk about that? I would like those, please. In these sentences, this, these, that, and those are the pronouns that takes the place of a noun and acts as the subject or object of the sentences. Determiner or adjective. This book is the one I wanted. These animals need food. Why don't you talk about that subject? I like those apples. In these sentences, this, these, that, and those are accompanied by nouns book, animals, subject, and apples respectively. They modify these nouns as adjectives. Now, let us discuss about indefinite adjectives. The distributive adjectives such as each, every, either, neither, any, etc. are also included in this category. Indefinite pronouns and indefinite adjectives are the same words, but they are distinguished by finding their replacements. An indefinite pronoun replaces a noun. An indefinite adjective precedes a noun or pronoun and modifies it. As we have seen above, indefinite pronoun stands alone in the place of a noun as the subject or the object of a sentence, whereas indefinite adjectives are always followed by a noun. Some common indefinite adjectives include each, every, either, neither, any, all, few, less, many, one, several, some, etc. Let us see some examples. Pronoun. There are several in the room. I have seen some in the cupboard. There are only a few left. The words several, some, few are pronouns. They stand alone in the place of nouns as objects. They do not modify any nouns. Let us see adjectives. There are several people in the room. I have seen some cartridges in the cupboard. There are only a few deer left. The words several, some, and few are indefinite adjectives in these sentences. They modify the nouns people, cartridges, and deer respectively. Let us discuss interrogative adjectives. An interrogative adjective is a word that modifies a noun by asking a question. Interrogative adjectives are also known as interrogative determiners. The interrogative adjectives are what, which, and whose. Interrogative adjectives modify nouns and are used in interrogative sentences. For example, what matter was discussed between you? Which car was sold out by you? Whose ideas was it? In these sentences, what, which, whose are the determiners acting as the adjectives of the nouns matter, car, and idea respectively. Now, let us see what cardinal adjectives are. They are determiners. They are also known as adjectives of number. Another name is adjective of quantity. In other words, they answer the question how much or how many. Numbers like 1 and 30 are these types of adjectives. Examples. I only have one daughter. He gave me 50 rupees. They ask many questions. I can't believe that I ate the whole cake. Here, the adjectives one, 50, many, and whole are modifying the nouns daughter, rupees, questions, and cake respectively. Let us see what ordinal adjectives are. An ordinal adjective indicates the position of a noun in a series. They are also determiners. Examples: the first date, the third month. The adjectives first and the third modify the nouns date and month respectively. Here, the learners should note that the article the is to be used with the ordinal adjectives. We had a detailed study of determiners. Now, we shall discuss about adjective of color. The adjectives that describe the color of a noun are known as adjectives of color. They can be used both in descriptive manner and predicative manner. Study these sentences. Please get some white paint. Here, white is the adjective that modifies the noun paint. It is used in a descriptive manner. The sky is blue. Here, blue is the adjective of sky. It is used in predicative manner. It is the predicate of the verb is. I don't like green apples. Here, green is the adjective that modifies the noun apples. It is used in a descriptive manner. Carrots are orange. Here, orange is the adjective of carrots. It is used in predicative manner. It is the predicate of the verb are. The next topic is material adjective. Material adjectives denote what something is made of. For example, I prefer cotton clothes to wear. She does not wear a golden ring. He gifted me a woolen coat. We have bought a wooden table. Here the nouns cloth, ring, coat, and table are modified by the materials made of cotton, gold, wool, wood respectively. Their adjectival forms are cotton, golden, woolen, wooden respectively. Now let us discuss proper adjectives. Some proper nouns are used as adjectives. Such adjectives indicate the source of the noun, whether it is a person, place, animal, or thing. For example, Indian, American, French, British, Japanese, Nepali, etc. These adjectives were derived from their original proper nouns. Indian from India, American from America, French from France, British from Britain, Japanese from Japan, Nepali from Nepal. Let us use them in different sentences. My grandfather uses only Indian things. Many American citizens do not like black people. French language is easy to learn. British people do not mix up with others. Japanese items are always durable. A Nepali woman wears different ornaments. Here, the proper names are modified into adjectives and called as proper adjectives. Always the first letter of a proper adjective is capitalized. The proper adjectives Indian, American, French, British, Japanese, Nepali are the adjectives that modify the nouns things, citizens, language, people, items, and women respectively. To conclude this episode, let us finally study about the nouns used as the adjectives of other nouns. Sometimes nouns can be used as adjectives to define or describe another noun. Let us see some examples. They asked us to wait in the log cabin. My uncle purchased a luxury car. She did not provide us with a pillow cover. We have visited a computer exhibition. Mr. Ramodhar is a language teacher. A pen drive is used to transfer data. Here, the words log, lectuary, pillow, computer, language, pen are nouns. but they are used here to modify or describe other nouns such as cabin, car, cover, exhibition, teacher, and drive, respectively. So, they are known as qualifier adjectives. In other words, nouns used as adjectives of quality.